स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Narendra, how was I to know? Now I see that you are always right. Master was telling him, you used to say at first that these were all hallucinations. Narendra, how was I to know? Now I see that you are always right. Adhar had prepared a feast for the master and the devotees, and now he invited them to the meal. Master said to the Mukherjee brothers, "What? Won't you eat?" They said humbly, "Please excuse us." Master, "But why? You are doing everything else. Why this hesitation only about eating meal?" Adhar was a low-caste Hindu. Therefore, some of the master's Brahmin devotees hesitated to eat in his house. They came to their senses at last when they saw Sri Ramakrishna himself eating. Slowly, the distinctions that we put on ourselves, many things, we bind ourselves with many things. And by grace of the divine, slowly, one by one, we get released. And finally we open to the realities. Always one thing we must remember is, wherever we are, in whatever state, wherever we live, we will always have the togetherness. It may not be with expansive to all people, but we as family, we as a community, we have togetherness. But this togetherness has to have some space always for the others to come. The space must be such, all are welcome. Our family, as if anybody coming with him, irrespective of religion, irrespective of caste, how much of man has to evolve to that state of dissolving all the differences. When will the differences dissolve? Is only when we manifest our inner divinity. We are far from our divinehood. Divine is hidden within, hiding and struggling to express itself. How do we, many things, you see, sufferings, we are not accustomed to accept sufferings. Insults, we are not able to bear. All these things are limiting us. Nature wants to teach something. Nature wants to give something. Nature wants you to evolve. The necessary precondition of evolution is suffering. And when suffering comes, man revolts, rejects. All avoidable sufferings we have to avoid. But with those which are inevitable, we have to endure. And endure with a purpose. All the suffering, insults, and all what come to which cannot be avoided, silently if you bear, you are manifesting your inner divinity. If you revolt to inevitable things, you may have to avoid and get rid of somehow or the other the sufferings that is that has not as yet appeared, anagatam, dukkham apaniyam, the pain and suffering which has not yet come, try to eliminate. If it doesn't get eliminated, in spite of all your efforts, then there is a purpose. Nature is giving something. Nature wants to tell you something. Nature is training. A real sadhaka utilizes all this pain and suffering to gain knowledge and strength. What a beautiful thing if you take up this positive attitude towards the things. Positive attitude, if you develop towards suffering and this one, which cannot be avoided, then you immediately raise to higher levels of living. A day comes when nothing is bothering you. You have become independent of all things, independent of their insults, independent of their afflictions they are throwing on you. You'll be able to love them all. What a joy if you can love when others are hating you. If you can love, what more is divinity? What more is expansion of consciousness? What is expansion of heart? And how many opportunities God gave us, and how we wept for small insults and sufferings, which cannot be avoided. So here, this is the path to manifest our inner divinity. So one of the things is, I block certain people. I block myself from some people, thinking they are superior or inferior to me. I cannot go to their house. In North India, I lived for many years in Madhya Pradesh and here and there. Anywhere you are going, if you hear Ram Nam, immediately you can enter without asking. Nobody tells anything. Akhanda Ramayana chanting will be going on 24 hours. Morning 6 they begin, next day morning they will end. Ramcharitmanas. Just you are going in street, somewhere people here, just go and sit. As much time they have to spend, they spend there and come away. And all are welcome, door is open. Similarly, Durga Puja is going on in Bengal, no difference, anybody can go. And on Vijayadashmi Day, everybody hugs each other. The king will hug the scavenger in the street. No difference. All differences are dissolved on the Vijaya Day. So, taking some occasion where we can dissolve all our differences and see that humanity as one remains. We need so many differences in religions, so many varieties we have. Doesn't matter. Sri Ramakrishna wanted one more way. When new religion comes up, well, one more way of looking at God. Why not? How vast you must become. And how can anybody limit God? God is only this and not that. That limitation, any kind of limitation on God is no more God. If a single limitation is there, is Advaita only, he cannot take form, immediately it means it is not God. God can manifest, God can remain without manifesting. God can be anything, no limitations, powers, doing and undoing things, anything is possible for him. That's why he's called God. The first Hindu definition of God is that which is unlimited, Ananta. And where all difference, divine and spirituality are the two places where all differences dissolve. That's why Swamiji Vivekananda pointed out very firmly asserting emphatically, man is so the human soul is divine. Every soul is potentially divine. That whoever you see, just any difference in caste, any difference in religion, any difference in human as saint and sinner, all these differences are till you sleep. The moment you sleep, you are neither Hindu nor Christian. You are yourself. How the difference? Only in waking state, when you see the world with five senses, you make all the difference yourself, bind yourself with the difference. You cannot go beyond. Why should you dissolve the difference? Because we are passing through three levels of consciousness: waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. Get up, again sleep. Get up, and again sleep. The three levels of consciousness not related to each other. You are passing through. Now you are in dream state, next moment you are in deep sleep. Nothing you can carry from one another, even memory. So the entirely different dimension. Can you not go to the higher level of consciousness? Release from all this nature, prakriti. These three are prakriti bindings. You are passing through. Go to the higher level of more reality, where the reality becomes concrete and manifest in front of you. God you can see with form, if you can go to anahata, heart level. So here you see the need of dissolving all differences, racial differences, religious differences, linguistic differences, education, all these differences, profession, all this has. I am divine. He is divine. That concept. If Aham Brahmasmi is true, it doesn't end with it. Tattvamasi is standing in front of it. What about me? If you say that, again, Ayam Atma Brahma, that's why 4 Mahavakyas. Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, you are also that. Ayam Atma, this person also. Ayam Atma Brahma. Prajnanam Brahma, the knowledge of the Brahman is Brahman. And finally it comes, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. The whole universe which you are seeing is that God. You are superimposed your own world on this reality and seeing it. When will you dissolve? When will you wake up to higher levels of consciousness? The purpose of human life is to go beyond nature. You are again and again trying to bind yourself with nature. Shirk off, open up, and you on. For that, the differences has to be done. Sri Ramakrishna is practically showing every bit how to live, how to grow, how to develop, how to evolve, and how to reach the goal. The whole thing, every act of his, every bit of it, what comes out of his mouth, what is he doing, what states he is demonstrating. We have never seen a person in samadhi yet. And I don't think the world will be able to see. After Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entering into samadhi now and then, we see only Sri Ramakrishna after a long gap. There might be some sages sitting somewhere in the cave and entering into samadhi. But where do we see people? Some glimpses we could see in Ramana Maharshi. Some glimpses here and there we could see. We could hear, actually not see. But the real manifestation of all states of existence, of higher consciousness, we could see only in Sri Ramakrishna. So that Sri Ramakrishna is where these people are not eating, there Sri Ramakrishna is sitting and taking the food. In those days, the caste system was very strong. And today also in village side, where I lived in Madhya Pradesh, the bank of Narmada, I saw there are places where Brahminical people or the panchayat heads all stay. Some are Kshatriyas, some are Brahmins. These are considered to be higher caste. The panchayat head is always usually Brahminical people will not enter into that because it has to be governed, fighting this, that will be going on. So Kshatriyas, they will be there. Even in the village where I lived. Some people are allowed to walk in the street. The lower class cannot walk in that street also. Panchayat head, if he sees, he will be beaten to death almost. And anybody going by chance, unavoidably, because scavengers and all in those days have to carry the nature's call things to be carried on their head. So they'll come from back door, take the basket, keep the fresh basket and take it and throw somewhere. And these people, when they come, how they come, they have to take out their slippers, keep in the armpit and close their 2 ears and walk. I've practically seen this. And one of the house, they are also Kshatriyas. The people, someone can come to the street and stand outside the main gate. Some can enter the gate, be in the inner veranda. Veranda means an open place. Somebody can climb over the place where people sit. Each caste-wise, and their own people alone can go enter into the kitchen and inner apartments. Nobody else can enter. One day, a poor girl of lowest caste had come to take the buttermilk. Each one will be having about 30-40 cows, huge fields. So they will get plenty of milk. They take out butter, and this one, buttermilk, they will be giving to people. A servant is there at home, she will give. The owner and master will not give. And that girl has to stand there. From the top they will pour in the things. They are so happy with that. With smiling face they go. A small girl came. And I asked her to come inside. All were stunned. I said, she was frightened. And then I said, come in, why are you standing there? She's not answering. She's blinking. Then from inside, the owners came and said, no, they cannot enter inside. I said, why? They belong to lower caste. Bring them inside. What will happen? Let me see. They said, you will not know. We will be outcast. We cannot enter the temple from tomorrow. We cannot enter into any function, in any house. All will boycott us. And we cannot attend any meetings. I was just shocked. How this? I kept silent. Slowly, it took many years. Our ashrama was there. In the same village, we built an ashrama. And the people who belong to rural class on the special days, ceremonies, celebrations of Thakur Mother Swamiji and all, Ganesh Chaturthi, Brahmins will sit inside. The outer hall will be this higher class, that is, Kshatriyas can sit, and still the Vaishya community and the shepherds and all can sit on, and all the lower castes, they have to sit outside the gate in the open field. I was hurt. I did not, they have come to an ashram, a God's place. Why this difference here? Their houses, it's all right. Then I said, no, they have to come inside. No, they cannot come inside. Then we will go out. That was the answer. Then after so much of request, they allowed them to enter into the gate and sit touching the outermost wall. And then when they were not there, nobody is there, the lowest class also used to follow inside the prayer hall and bow down, sing their bhajans. They used to feel so happy and free. Any higher caste come, they will go and stand outside. But how much of joy to dissolve the difference and embrace each other. So this slowly social structure is changing only because of science and technology, not because of love. Science and technology is dissolving the differences, taking them all and making them sit in front of TV. So in schools and all, we don't see the differences now. Though in marriage and caste and this, that, and some social structure it may continue. But in schools, almost it has dissolved. Like that, slowly, the divinity manifesting. When people come to right understanding, they will slowly bring spirituality into life. Spirituality is one thing where all differences dissolve. And we find one humanity, one spiritual world in which many religions are like flowers blooming by themselves. No clash, no fighting. So this, no conversion necessary. Nothing is necessary. Each is satisfied with his own food. Physical, intellectual, moral, emotional, and spiritual. All are growing in their own way. And how a day must come, and Hinduism is the most accepted by all scientific minded only because of this vast thing, no tolerance. Go beyond tolerance to acceptance. If I say I tolerate, toleration, tolerance is a word. You're doing wrong, I tolerate. But acceptance is not there. Acceptance is another thing. I give validity to your path and your religion, and I also follow. Here comes whatever good and great each other utilize to go fast towards the divine. So, how to manifest our divinity from within? Evolve to the perfection. Life is going away. Every day is going. Fast we have to grow. And now start running towards the goal. The only purpose of human life is to realize goal. All this will end in no time. The things will fail and dissolve. We have to go empty-handed. Instead, don't worry about the external things. Slowly pick up your life to go inward. We need inward journey and transcendence of nature. And it can be done. Every human is along with all duties and responsibilities of a family life, can reach the divine, can reach God, can realize his own self easily if he pays a little attention towards that. And know this, everything is a passing event. One day every story is going to end. So this makes man wake up to the higher Sri Ramakrishna, you see. But why? You are doing everything else. They have come to the celebration and they are participating, bringing flowers and arranging from flower plate, everything they are doing. Why not take food, Sri Ramakrishna? Why this hesitation only about eating meal? Other was a low caste Hindu. Therefore, some of the master's Brahmin devotees hesitated to eat in his house. They came to their senses at last when they saw Sri Ramakrishna himself eating. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.